I did it.
A boop.
The boop. It feels pretty good to be back here on the... hey, Ben, pick a number.
4.
Conversation snack podcast.
Ooh.
Okay, a little bit of a treat for the
Delicious
mouth.
foods.
With your hosts Bean Penisleem and Liam Team Liam.
Why was mine penisy?
Because of how your name sounds. Peen Liam. Liam Team Liam. Bean Peen Liam.
Okay.
Bean Peen Team. Liam Team Liam. I'm just applying the same sound to...
Oh, no, I got it.
understand.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
You're very welcome. Ben, pick 4 numbers.
4.
Okay, yep.
4.
Yep.
4.
Yeah.
4.
This episode is sponsored by the Union of Invisible Dogs that make the toy leashes work.
Ah, I've always wondered how that was a thing.
Wow. Invisible dogs.
You know, ask me what they've got for us?
What do they have for us this week, Ben?
Hours of entertainment.
That's true.
It'd be good. It'd be good for blind people, wouldn't they?
Invisible guide dogs.
Yeah.
That'd be terrifying to watch.
Because you wouldn't have people go, "Yeah, you get that dog out of here."
That'd be a great Jackass-style prank to have someone who visibly looks visually impaired. They've got like the dark glasses and a trench coat for some reason and a news reporter's hat.
Okay, you're thinking of Spies.
I'm thinking of Spies, aren't I? Yes, have someone with like a with the
like
shades.
the classic glasses.
Yes.
I don't think
would they have a stick and a guide
the
dog?
stick and the dog.
No, so I think you'd. Oh yeah, how do you denote blindness? Maybe you do have to have the stick just to sell it, and then just an invisible dog on a thing, and just have them walk out into traffic
Well, that's a terrible guide dog then. You'd need them to act like the dog
true.
is real.
No, you're right. You would need them to do that to sell it. I'm not thinking it through properly.
And then if anyone says, like, "Oh, where's your dog?" Like, my dog's here. Oh, I can't see it. Oh, what did you just say? Nor can I, you insensitive
I can't
bastard.
see your dog. Oh, I'm sorry. You can't see my dog. I can't see you. So, are you invisible?
No.
Well,
Everything's
I don't know.
invisible to me.
Everything's invisible to me. Can blind people be colorblind? Hey? I think yes.
I mean, I think there is an actual answer to this because there can be there's different spectrum of blind.
This is why we say visually impaired VI instead of blind.
Because some people, I guess there's some people that eyes just don't work, so there's nothing. There's no information passed. Some people can see light. Some people can see shapes.
Some people see a big blur. So
but I have a feeling that if you can just see blurs and shapes and you still count as visually impaired, they're probably not going to test for colour blindness.
That's truly the least of all things.
It feels like that's not... Oh, your eyes don't work twice.
Imagine like they've worked out, okay, you have a visual impairment, like there's ways around this, it's fine. The thing that we don't know how to cope with is that you can't see blue. There's no workaround for that. You will never lead a full life without blue. I don't think we're mocking the disabled, because this is a hypothetical scenario.
No, we're mocking the person, with our hypothetical blind person with their invisible guide dog is taking the piss out of our hypothetical person who said they couldn't see the invisible guide dog.
Yes,
there are enough steps away from offending anyone that we've not offended anyone, because you've got to think about it too long to figure out who we're offending. This is why Richard Yewtree works really well on Late Night Lycett.
I was about to say that man has the surname of the pedophile investigation, but I'm sure that's on purpose. If he's on Joe Lycett.
Maybe.
Yes.
This is the character of I'm Richard Yewtree. Nothing was proved.
Okay, yes, so that's definitely a pedo joke then. Great.
Maybe.
It's been impossible to enjoy a good yew tree ever since.
But it's a... yeah.
Children used
Like,
to love climbing that tree.
I'm going to take this away.
From the pedophile bit.
Yeah.
Why?
I like Joe Lycett.
I said something really fucked yesterday,
Go on.
and it made Si physically recoil.
Go on.
We walked past a sign for pound stretcher.
Go on.
I was like, yeah, you got to stretch her before you pound her.
It's good advice.
It's great advice. Thank you. I'm glad you were on the same
You
side.
should always
here.
stretch and warm up before any strenuous activity. I like Joe Lycett,
Weird.
and I like the straight talking character bit of his show.
Yes.
Because he makes all the celebrities say horrible things,
Yes.
but they're saying it because they're reading it from the autocue.
Yes.
The autocue that Richard Utree has written.
Yes.
And Richard Utree is a character that Joe Lycett's written, so they can basically say anything awful and horrible in there,
Yeah.
and there's so many steps away from the person that's saying it
Yeah.
that it's... No one can possibly see any of this and think that none of it is a joke.
Well.
And if they can, then that's just dumb. But there's
Yeah.
so many steps away from it that they can get away with almost saying almost anything.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Joe Lycett. I really like his push recently to say, no, I'm a very right-wing comedian.
Yeah.
Just the absolute seriousness with which he approached that.
You say
I thought was brilliant.
recently, I think it was Liz Truss was Prime Minister,
I don't
and he went on he went on some news talk show thing,
Yeah.
and it was one of those days, which made up quite a large amount of the days that she was Prime Minister, where she just said some batshit,
Yeah.
really confusing nonsense.
Yeah.
And I think they'd got him on because he was one of those lefty comedians. And they were like, what did you think of that? And they were like, I understood everything. I think we're all fine. Everyone can agree with that, right?
Everyone can get on
Everyone on Liz Truss's side here, we can all agree with that.
Yeah.
You're telling me, no, I'm not. Oh, no, I'm very right-wing. I support her fully. Yeah. She's doing a real good job.
Yeah, I find it very funny.
Don't we all agree with what I'm saying? I have one of his prints in my bathroom.
Oh, one of his art prints.
Yep,
That's
I've got
funny.
the blobfish body goals,
Great.
so I can
Get your blob on.
get my blob. I was I can look in the mirror and go, yep, on my way. But yes, I suppose I can get my blob on
You're welcome into
with
that.
Joe Lycett.
Great. Shall we quiz it a question?
One more thing about Joe Lycett. Have you seen that he said that he was suing Harry Styles for a Kit Kat Chunky?
For not paying for
Yes.
his art, yes.
He's not.
Oh, okay.
This is another one of his fantastic little, I'm going to get in the news and then be like, no, it's actually about this. Therefore, making a lot more news. Like, the news is already there.
Yes.
So people were reporting, oh, it's the Kit Kat Chunky. And I went, actually, no, it's not. That was just proving that you can sue someone over something absolutely ridiculous, and you really shouldn't do that. Anyway, Shell's suing Greenpeace, and that's dumb. So you can buy T-shirts with the Harry Styles portrait on, and all the proceeds go to
Yes.
supporting Greenpeace.
Lovely. Is Harry Styles on board, or is that immaterial at this
I'm
point?
almost certain that he must have been.
I would think so, but I also don't care if he is. That's really funny. I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. It is really satisfying when a comedian is like not just saying the right
But
stuff, but like
active.
really actively,
Massively active. Like
but
when
really intelligently going about getting attention as well.
like he did the Turd Cast, where he was going to do a podcast just talking about poo.
Yes.
And to promote that, he had a toilet that you could use like near the reservoir, somewhere famous, popular, and press were there, and then the toilet broke and dumped all of the shit into the water. It was fake poo. It was a
Yes.
fake toilet. It was a fake podcast.
Yes.
All of that was to do with, the
Sewage
government is dumping all of this in the water
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah. So who are we really mad at? You can't be mad at my fake poo.
Why?
You'll find out.
Oh.
Ben, do you want to pull a question out of the hat?
Sure. This was sent in by Sammy.
Hello, Samuel.
I'd recommend just putting like cliff notes for this. Fantasy team. Pick 6 people, real or fictional, to travel through space with.
Jesus.
You have to stay on the ship, which is your base. You have to stay on your ship / base on a planet until the next mission meets you in 10 plus years and swaps you out for new ones.
Can you read that all again, please?
Pick 6 people to be on a spaceship or on a planetary base for the next 10 years with to do your space mission.
Space mission with 6 people.
Yep, so
Great.
So it would be me and 6 people, or you and 6 people.
Okay.
What 6 people, real or fictitious, do we want?
So, as a...
Shall we pick a team of like 3 each?
I was going to say...
So we're on there.
But if it's a team of... Is it us plus 6 people?
I'm going to say it's us plus 3 people each.
Okay, fine.
But we'll agree on a team.
Yeah, okay, because otherwise, like... my first choice is Aslan from Narnia. No, that's not it. Because how would you get the space suit to fit him? He's a lion.
Well, he wouldn't necessarily go out into the space bit if he was a lion.
Do
you want to discuss about having Aslan in a spacesuit, or were you just
fuck it?
throwing
I mean, it's content, innit? Because I assume you have to have a spacesuit for every member of the party, just in case, to use your parlance, shit comes to fuck.
I would imagine so, but that would be provided for us by the ground team.
Fine.
Like
Yes.
that's already sorted.
Yeah.
We're already in space
Yeah.
on our ship or base on the planet. I think we should go.
I don't think Aslan's going to be helped because I think
Let's go with the spaceship because that
Spaceship's
feels
okay.
more contained.
I think Aslan might be a bad idea. Like I was trying to think, like, does he actually have anything to give other than being the first thing I thought of, and I reckon probably not. So let's put Aslan in the bin.
Okay.
Let's flush him
Bin
down.
Aslan.
Bin Aslan. So, I mean, what kind of skills would we need to survive?
I'm gonna go my first one.
Yeah.
I'm going Tony Stark
Okay.
because
Science.
science, technology, and all of that stuff. He'd probably bring at least, he'd probably supply the suits.
He's probably funding the whole
So
thing.
we all get an Iron Man suit, which is cool,
Yeah.
and then that's your spacesuit sorted. Something outside that needs fixing, Iron Man suit.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
He'd probably make sure that there were drinks on board. So I think that's a good one.
Tony Stark's a great shout.
Anything that breaks, he'll be able to fix it.
I think also, like, I suppose you've got to make sure that it's a group that isn't gonna piss each other off. So in terms of conflict avoidance, if we try to choose people that would be perfectly happy basically going with whatever Tony Stark says. So I think we kind of have to treat him like the exec producer almost.
I feel like we should have someone else. So in my brain, we need a tech guy.
Yeah.
We'd need someone to deal, basically HR. We need someone who's good at dealing with problems.
Oh, don't bring HR to space with
Well,
us,
no,
mate.
but not like a therapist or a psychologist, but someone who would be good at diffusing situations.
I would maybe like a mental health specialist would be really handy rather than like HR person.
Yeah, but we need someone of a much higher,
Yes.
like a mental health psychologist, whatever brain person, to act as human relations.
But is Tony Stark going to respect that person?
Well, we need to make sure that he's a good person.
That's true.
Who would Tony Stark respect enough?
There aren't any famous HR managers. for good reason. I do like the idea of Tony Stark. I think that, yeah.
Well, I mean, we could fob Tony Stark off for Batman,
No, I'd rather have Tony Stark.
right?
Yeah.
See, I thought Batman, but then Tony Stark's going to be more fun.
Because if it's Batman and not Bruce Wayne, he's going to be in character the whole time. Speaking in the third person, I'd rather have Bruce Wayne.
The cowl doesn't come off.
But also he can't turn.
Are we saying we're doing 80,
Yes,
like 80, 90s
of
Batman?
course we are. The ultimate Batman. No neck to speak of.
Okay. So we've got Tony Stark.
Yes.
So we've got 5 other people.
5 other people. Who we need to bring a chef.
We do need to bring someone to do food.
Who's got like a nice... I really want... Can we bring Jamie Oliver and bully him? Can we bully circle Jamie Oliver?
I don't want Jamie Oliver.
Fine.
I've watched too many Uncle Roger videos to probably ever respect Jamie Oliver again.
Bring Uncle Roger.
We could bring Uncle Roger.
Uncle Roger, let's do it.
And not the guy who plays Uncle Roger.
No.
It's his actual
the fictitious character,
actual Uncle Roger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We'll have to have a big compartment of MSG just for him.
Yeah, we would need that for me, so yes. Lovely. Uncle Roger's coming on board as our chef. That could also provide some light entertainment as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I'll ever get bored of like Asian cooking, so yeah.
I feel like there's always a weapons expert in these sorts of things.
You need like a tactical kind of person.
Yeah.
A weapons expert or something. I mean, Tony Stark is kind of that guy.
He more makes them instead of...
But he does fight and stuff.
He does fight and stuff.
And I think
But I feel like we need... But there's like Captain America tells everyone where to go and do and stuff. So
Yeah,
I think
he's
we
more
need
of like
we
a-
need someone who's... Tony's tech. Tony is
yeah.
those things. Uncle Roger's food.
Yeah.
What a good... War people.
War people. I'm trying to think if there's... I'm trying to see if there's anyone like real that we could bring in that's a good war person. Tony Blair. Greatest military tactician of his age. Tony Blair. Insufferable wanker.
Don't need people who have done war
Warmonger.
crimes.
No, of course we do. That's exactly what we
All
want.
right, then I'm going to go with what I was holding about Attila the Hun.
Hey, that's a good shout.
Going to have some stories there.
Does anyone speak early Teutonic? No.
No.
No, the Huns were the Germans,
Huns were the Germans.
essentially. Pre-Teutonic German tribe.
Teutonic.
Yes. Teutons. Here we go, here's a bloody Google.
Here's Google.
How to tell Ben's never played Age of Empires, hey?
I played Age of Empires.
Not very much.
Not for a very long
Not for a
time.
very long time.
You'll never guess.
Is it Hunnish?
Punish.
Good. I can't believe they made it all the way over to Hunstanton.
There was more above. I don't know enough about modern day places.
No, that's becoming obvious.
I don't think they started in Germany.
Right.
They got to Germany.
Yes, they did.
Oh, look at that. That's... Yeah. Anyway, that's a different thing. Okay, so we could have Attila the Hun as our tactician person.
Yes.
Oh, wait. Who wrote Art of War? Sun Tzu.
Sun Tzu. Because I suppose the problem with...
Can't imagine them sort of like going with the big guns we might need for space fights.
But you said we want a tactician, not an
Yeah.
actual fighter. The problem with Attila the Hun is that his strategy mostly revolved around horse archers.
Well,
or cavalry or
it
something.
was also, there's lots of us. Do you want to die? No. Okay, you're part of our team now. See you later. And they just rid on.
Will the aliens we encounter be
I don't
into
think
that?
that'll work, no.
So I think we do need someone that is going to be able to recognize whatever strategies aliens, for example, are employing and think of a good workaround. So I think actually in terms of that military strategy, maybe we need someone a lot more of a logician or like a mathematician or something. So actually maybe Sun Tzu would be a good idea, assuming we can speak the same language. That would also be very funny as a collection of people.
Let's go with Sun Tzu then.
Sun Tzu. Will Liam spell this correctly?
I don't know. You didn't.
No.
Did you put an N on the end
Put
of that?
Sun.
Yeah, get rid of that second N. There you go.
Sun.
Okay, so we need 3 more.
Yes. We're going to need someone to keep our spirits up, I would think.
Okay.
Should probably bring some women, hey? Unrelated to that.
Just for balance, or?
We're in space, we'll be floating. Da-da-da-da-da.
I feel like there'd be someone that we'd probably have like some sort of garden area.
Yes, okay.
So, I mean, there's no one better at plants than Poison Ivy. You can't say...
Is that true? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, she's half plant, half people.
So she only counts as one choice, as half of a choice, if she's half plant.
I think we should... Let's not get into meta-human semantics and...
Let's not
borderline
get into
meta-racism.
what else is the conversation up for if not meta-human semantics. Poison Ivy, fine, yeah, to take, but what's her whole deal in terms of like why is she a villain?
I mean,
and
she would. Yeah, that's a good point because we'd be growing the food to eat the food, and she doesn't like killing of the plants.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we need someone that can actually keep a supply of materials for Uncle Roger. What about the fucking potato guy from Mars?
Potato guy from Mars. Matt Damon.
Matt
Damon's character,
Potato
in The Martian.
Man from Mars.
Okay. But he grows potatoes on Mars.
Yes.
We're in a spaceship.
Sure. If he can grow potatoes on Mars...
Maybe we don't need a food person. Maybe we don't need a plant thing.
You're trusting Uncle Roger to grow potatoes on a spaceship?
Why is he growing potatoes?
I don't know.
Maybe it'll be all already supplied food.
Maybe we'll have like a chicken coop or something to like... yeah.
I like chicken.
Eggs.
And chickens.
Eggs for
and
days.
eggs.
We all need eggs. Because you can also make noodles from eggs. You'd need something to make... You'd need some sort of crop in order to make noodles with eggs.
Yeah, wheat.
Wheat. We have a wheat farm. Who do we trust to... Let's be honest, we're picking people with very specific skills here, aren't we? We're going to be working the field. It's going to be us.
I like doing gardening. I'll work the field.
We'll toil the land.
We'll toil the land.
We'll toil the wheat.
Whilst we're toiling the land, we can also direct people. We can delegate work.
Why? Oh, because we're in charge of this.
We're in charge of this, yeah.
Okay, for some reason. Okay, so we don't necessarily need anyone to like take care of crops because apparently we're doing that. We'll just learn, I guess. So what other skills do we need? So I think maybe having someone who is like, going back to the thing of having someone who's like a moderator or a mediator. I'm trying to think of someone that like Tony Stark would respect. Or someone who is basically a moderator but is also on Tony Stark's payroll. Because that's the only way he'll respect them. And do what they say is if they're on his payroll.
Mm.
So what about having his wife,
Pepper Potts,
as the HR coordinator?
We'd end up with fanny candles everywhere.
No, because that's Gwyneth Paltrow.
True.
It's a different person.
Pepper Potts wouldn't make fanny candles. That's what I've decided they're called.
No. Let's bring Gwyneth Paltrow because then she'll be a mediator because, like, whatever goes wrong, we can all be like, can we all agree that Gwyneth Paltrow is mental?
I don't want fanny candles on the spaceship, Liam. I don't know. I didn't think I'd have to say this to you again.
What she does in the privacy of her own bedroom with matches.
She can do it thousands of kilometres away from us.
Yes. Okay, so no Gwyneth Paltrow. I have a Gwyneth Paltrow collage I will share with you at some point.
Dame Judi Dench.
Fine. Why?
Because I think that she'd be very good at mediating.
How do you spell Dench? It's an awful surname.
Dench. Like bench, but with a D.
I thought it would have a T in it. Dench. Like dentures.
We know who we mean.
Yeah.
I think she commands respect. She's Dame fucking Judi Dench.
Have you seen the
She have a lot of
Louis Theroux?
stories to tell, I think. And so she knows most Shakespeare, I feel. So if we're like, Judy, give us a sonnet.
To Judith.
To Judith.
Have you seen her thing with Louis Theroux?
No.
The interview, that's really good. It's basically just another Louis Theroux interview series. His interview with Stormzy is quite good, but his interview with Dame Judy is really special. Would highly recommend. Cool, so we've got 4 people. So we need another 2. What other skills would we need on the ship? So I know that we said that, like, Tony Stark's going to be probably sort of engineering role.
Communications.
Communications expert. Who's driving?
And to drive, so we need a plane person and a speaky person. Those will be the last 2.
Well, the only driver I really know about is Danica Patrick, but that's because she's gone off the deep end and thinks that, like, QAnon is real and stuff.
I don't know who Danica Patrick is, and I don't know what QAnon is.
You don't know what QAnon is?
No.
Oh, Ben.
Is it like waiting in line but not telling anyone your name?
No, it's much worse.
Like Q's Anonymous.
Oh,
Okay.
God, okay. This episode might run long. So, QAnon is a conspiracy thing in the States. Reddit user that would post predictions about the American election cycle in the Trump and post-Trump era.
Time. Yeah.
But they were fucking mental.
Okay.
If the left-wingers said something, QAnon would discredit it with whatever facts. If Trump said something mental and unhinged, they would decode it to give you the real meaning of what Trump meant by that. They would just say unhinged batshit stuff.
Probably I'm a confused old man.
Yeah, probably. But, like, they are one of the most prominently and well-followed conspiracy theories in the States. It's fucking huge, and it's all mental, and very hard to describe just because of how overarching it is. I would sort of recommend looking at. Actually, no. Don't worry about it.
Don't look into
Don't
it.
even worry. Don't stress. It's basically just a massive misinformation campaign, almost certainly run by a press agent for Donald Trump. That's all it is.
So we won't have them.
Let's not have QAnon. What were you saying before QAnon?
Driver communications.
Yes, okay. So not Danica Patrick.
Who's I'm trying to think of fun people that would be good at communications or driving. Go on.
What was the name of the teacher from the Magic School Bus?
I've no idea. I didn't watch it.
Ben.
I'm sorry.
Miss Frizzle. We're having Miss Frizzle.
Miss Frizzle is the driver?
Yep.
Okay.
She's adorable and a driver.
Okay.
That's all we need. We're having Miss Frizzle to drive the spaceship. And I think driving a miniaturized flying magic school bus through the human body is similar to driving through an asteroid field, I feel. Miss Frizzle as our driver. I'm going to write down these roles as well.
Can I suggest Judy Love for communications?
Of course you can.
I would like to suggest Judy Love for communications.
Wow, out of the blue. What skills do they have?
I mean, I feel like if we ever need to negotiate our way out of some trouble with aliens, Queen Zafufu will be able to bullshit her way out of anything.
Are we okay with the logistic challenge presented by having 2 Judys?
No, because there is Judy and Dame Judy.
Dame Judy. Okay, fine. I agree. Judy Love for comms. Absolutely. Shall I read back the staff list?
Yes, please. So there's us
Toiling in the field.
toiling the field, but also heading the expedition. Because we're good managers, we can basically just leave our staff to it and get on with our work, which will be toiling in the fields. I don't know why we're put in charge of this mission, to be honest, but we'll go and
That's the
make
nature
sure
of the
that
hat.
we've got corn and potatoes and all the nice things for dinner.
Tony Stark, engineering.
Make sense?
Uncle Roger, chef.
Fantastic.
Sun Tzu, tactician. Chief Tactical Officer. Red Jacket. Sun Tzu.
Probably a little bit confused as to why.
He's just
what the
happy to be
spaceship
alive
is, but
again.
yeah, he's here.
the concept of space.
We've had the whole, like, you've been dead a while.
That's HR's department. Speaking of, Dame Judi Dench as HR.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Frizzle to drive.
That's on. I'm taking. Yeah.
You'll be on board, I promise.
I mean, yeah.
I'll show you a picture when you'll be like bedoying.
Like,
Don't worry, Dame Judy will HR this conversation. And Judy Love on the comms.
fantastic.
What a team.
Now, part 2 of this question.
I'm going to kill myself. Ugh. This is it for some reason. There's more. There's actually more.
The next team aren't coming.
Oh.
Which order do you eat your shipmates in?
It was right down the time. So I'm going to say we eat Uncle Roger last.
Yes.
Because he will be able to-
Because he's prepping it.
So we'll say him for 6. So Dame Judi Dench, as HR administrator, is probably going to have the most foibles with us eating each other. So we've got to eat her first.
Okay, so we've got to eat her first.
We also save her the indignity of eating a person.
That's true. I feel like Judy and Miss Fizzle we should keep around for a bit because we need, if they're not coming, we still need to get somewhere, I reckon. I think we've got to really try to get somewhere.
I thought you were going to say because we need to repopulate the Earth / have little croutons.
No.
It's too long to wait for a
Earth
crouton.
is fine. We're lost. So that would hopefully get us somewhere.
Sun Tzu we should probably eat quite quickly.
Sun
'cause
Tzu,
he
I
might-
think we should eat quite quickly.
he
but,
might go off.
But we would also ask, what order would you eat people in?
Yes.
And then we could take that advice and then eat him.
But if we take his advice, he'd say him last.
No, we would ignore that. Because that would be a trick. So
Oh, I
we eat
see.
Sun Tzu second.
Fine. I think we've got to eat Tony Stark fairly
Then I think
prominently.
it's got to be Tony.
Yeah. And then... I think then Judy Love, then Miss Frizzle, because there's still a hope. Okay.
Heads Miss Fizzle.
Well, this isn't the first time I've said this, but heads Miss Frizzle. Wow.
Dropped it.
Sorry, you're very horned up.
We eat Miss Frizzle.
Number 4. And then Judy Love. So we eat Dame Judi Dench first.
Clears up the confusion with the 2 Judys.
That's very true. That's been a priority this whole time. Then we eat Sun Tzu.
For safety. For
safety.
Might be trying to rebel against being eaten.
Yeah, then we eat Tony Stark
Yep.
for no real reason.
Because we've got to eat him at some point.
then Miss Frizzle, then Judy Love. Fine.
And then Uncle Roger.
And then Uncle Roger, yes, because I think we can only prioritise having a tasty meal for so long.
Do we then have to eat each other?
No, because we'll be toiling in the field.
We'll be keeping the potatoes. Maybe we've hidden the potatoes.
We've hidden the
Have we hidden the potatoes?
with Merry and Pippin.
Have we
Fist.
stockpiled?
Stockpiled
Oh, that's rude of us.
potatoes and pipeweed like hobbits.
Miss Fizzle could teach us how to drive while we're eating everyone else.
No, but she wouldn't, because the second we can drive and she's irrelevant.
True. But there's 10 years of mission.
That's true. You reckon we'd pick
So
up
we
a thing
so
or
we
two?
must have 10 years of supply. So we can be
only 10
we can be
years.
sneaky. We can be learning all of these things from all of those people.
From the outset, we're planning for the next crew to not take over.
Fail to prepare and prepared to fail.
Wow.
So we should prepare for the event of us having to eat our entire team that we've bonded with over these 10 years.
That's some Sun Tzu shit right there.
Thank you.
Ben, I've got 3 tarts to choose from.
I hope that's answered the question.
I hope you're happy.
What would your team of space pirates be? And would it go into cannibalism as easily as ours did?
When would you eat Dame Judi Dench? Answers
Anytime she wanted me to.
Answers on a postcard, please. I will find the closest address to Judi. I'll find the address of someone on Judi Dench's team. I'm going to write a postcard that opens, I would eat Judi Dench, and then the specific situations in which you would eat Dame Judi Dench.
You know how sexy this sounds. Like,
Yes, I do.
it might not be the first time she's got postcards like this. Just saying.
No, that's true. I've got 3 tasks to choose from after we do the things about where he is.
I is on Instagram at Spike Pearson, Pierson. There's food, and there's shows that I go and see, and there's all the stuff that I do. Little bits of my life are on there.
Wowzers trousers. I am at LT Guitarist. I'm probably still yammering on about this music I released. It's quite good, and I will not shut up about it. There's more to come this year, bloody hell. The podcast is at Convo Hat Podcast. If you like the show, if you want to help us do our thing, help us develop and grow the show, patreon.com/conversation hat. If you want to help out but you don't want to give us money for some reason, I want you to go up to a stranger in the street, physically touch their face and just yell the word podcast at them and then run away. They'll know what it means.
They'll know what it means.
They'll know what it means. Ben, I have 3 tasks to choose from.
Sock 'em to me.
We've not offended anyone.
Okay.
Get your blob on. And Attila the Hunstanton.
I think we've not offended anyone, but I do like Attila the Hunstanton.
I think we've not offended anyone works as a
subtitle, and we'll go with
Attila
Attila the Hunstanton.
That's, yeah. Spice! Oh, we should have bought him.
Tim Curry, yeah.
To just look wistfully out of the window and every 10 minutes go, Spice!
It's the one place that capitalism has not quite conquered.
Spice! I'm going to see if I remember to put Tim Curry on the thumbnail.
Tim Curry can be the little TV in the corner. He's who's talking to Judy Love.
Brilliant.
He's mission control.
Mission control. We've got a one-word mission. Spice! That's silly. That's very silly. Thank you for
Wonderful.
listening. Bye.
We'll listen again soon.
Listen harder next time, goddammit. Kisses.
Kisses for you all, not you.